everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Super Sanctum podcast. Today, we got a special guest, Spidey Spitz. Been a big
What's
fan
good,
since
yo? How you doing?
TikTok.
I
Uh,
appreciate that, brother. Thanks for reaching out. Let's get going, bro. Let's get into it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, I don't, we just met today. I don't know too much about you. So, if you could introduce yourself, if anything, to everyone out
Sure,
there
sure.
who doesn't know you.
Absolutely. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube right now. Spidey Spitz. I go by Senior Spidey, whatever you want to call me. Been doing this for a while. I was acting for a bit. Now I'm doing social media hard, and just I love the community, bro. Throughout this last couple of I'd say a good solid year. I've been doing it the last 6 months real consistently, but the community is awesome, bro. Finally, just like somewhere to like nerd out and talk about the stuff we love. You know what I mean? So it's been pretty solid, but everyone online, the comments have been great. So yeah, bro, I'm ready to just talk the shit with you, man. I'm ready to go.
So a little bit more about me. Uh,
Yes,
I
absolutely.
I would say I've been doing YouTube for like 2 years now, and like including the podcast, because I was doing like gaming stuff. Like I do a lot of Rainbow Six Siege gaming and streaming
Okay.
on Twitch a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But then from that, it's like s- started losing it a little on that, and then I jumped back. I jumped into Pokemon and getting Pokemon cards,
Okay.
and then I racked
Okay.
up like just under like 3 grand in like good Pokemon cards.
Oh wow. Like, did
And
you
then,
collect it or you sold?
oh no, I've collected. I've still got them. I've got them right
Oh hell
here.
yeah.
Got them right here in this box.
Hell yeah. Well, I
So
noticed you collect. You kind of all over the place, or do you collect one thing heavy or what?
no, I'm just like just whatever I like, really.
Hell yeah.
Just
Hell yeah.
if I like it. But I've got
Like a
fucking
merch collector, you would say?
yeah, but I've got one of
Oh
these.
yeah, oh yeah.
Most people, a
That's
lot of
what's
people
up, bro.
in the Pokemon community will know this card. This is like a $400 card.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
honestly, bro, I watched very little Yu-Gi-Oh when I was little, but I never got into just the world of Pokemon, bro. I know it's so hype, bro. And same thing with Dragon Ball Z. Like I just never got into those worlds, bro. I always wanted to. Like everyone around me was. I was just always into Marvel and DC, bro. But yeah, like
yeah,
I know how sick those universes are, but I know nothing about it. But that's tough, bro. I know how sick that is, bro. I'm a big collector, bro. I love my Marvel Legends, bro. I got so many Marvel Legends, bro.
yeah. I want to get into getting some of those because I see so many of those on TikTok, and I work at Amazon, so I see a lot of them like come through our
Oh hell yeah,
warehouse. So it's just like, oh, I want to get my hands on some of these now. So
dude.
I'm
I would be
probably gonna
so
jump in
envious.
on it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I would be so envious if I had that job, bro. Because like, yeah, like I'm a big eye popping guy. Like if it catches my eye, I'm like, damn,
Hmm.
I gotta get that, bro. You know what I mean? So I would
Yeah.
imagine how that job is like, fuck, you know?
Yeah, and I like for Pokemon cards too. Like I know what the Pokemon like just the boxes look like when they're like coming through shipment when they're all taped up and everything. I know what the boxes look like, so I'll grab those ones when I'm working, and when I gotta cut those ones open, I'll look at it and it's just like, oh, I just want to take these home. It's like probably a couple
Hell yeah,
$1,000 worth of Pokemon cards.
hell yeah, bro. I when I was real fiending before I got the grind of like pre-orders and stuff like that. When I was like just really just trying to hunt for figures, bro. Like I would go to Walmart, Target, the Ross, all on Mondays, bro. And I would like not so much Ross, but more Walmart and Target, and just look at the Hasbro boxes, bro. I'm just like, just like waiting, bro. Because like sometimes when I knew, I'm like, yo, let me open this one, bro. Because they're taking too long to unbox these for me, bro. And I was on the real hunt, and I was like really just trying to get figures. I love figures, dog.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, most of my stuff that I've got behind me is like it's all a lot of it's
That shield
GameStop.
is tough.
Yeah, that
I want a
shield
shield, bro. That shield
that
is
was
sick, bro.
that was $130 at GameStop. And then
Damn.
I got the Batman 1966 cowl.
Uh,
Can't wear it sadly. I thought it was wearable when I bought it
really?
online.
That's
It's
funny
not,
as hell.
but that was like $100.
It is fucking, bro. It adds, bro. It adds to the aesthetic, bro.
Yeah, that's all we're going
Yeah.
for.
Real quick though, bro, on the shield, like
Hmm.
I just want to bring up Thunderbolts, bro. Like, just as a side note, I'm sure many people like I saw this online, bro. The shield was bothering me so much in Thunderbolts, bro. Like
The
you're gonna
bench
tell me in
shields.
14 months you didn't get a yeah, you couldn't get a new
Oh
shield, my
yeah,
guy.
yeah. I think it's kind of funny
And like,
though.
what is it made out of? That's my question, bro. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what is it made out of? Because it could have been vibranium, bro, and he's just that strong, but they never told us. You know what I mean? That's what I
I
didn't
would
like. Like, if it
I'd
was just some other
assume
metal, you should have let us know.
I would
Yeah.
assume that it is vibranium because I
You
don't
think?
think I don't think he's gonna get another shield because he got it from the government and so did Steve. So I'd assume it is probably vibranium. And then
The
and
only
by
thing
the time John came in too, there's a lot more vibranium out there.
the only thing that makes me question it, bro, is that Red Guardian had a shield, and Black Widow, and he got that shit from like when he was in the Russian military
Yeah,
or whatever. And like I doubt that was vibranium. And Taskmaster had a shield. You know what I mean? So there's so many shields that like that I just wish they would have like wrote in a comment or something like kind of clarifying it because it's like, all right, bro, like how strong is this vibranium in your universe? Because I'm a big power
yeah.
scale guy, bro. Like I need
Hmm.
to know. Because like to me, like you didn't let me know. So like to this day, that's why I'm talking about it. I have no idea, bro. Was that vibranium? Was it just the metal? And now he can't get another one. You know what I mean? Or was it vibranium so he can't get another one? Like I don't know, bro. It just bothered me so much because it was such a little detail that you could have fixed. That wasn't important, but it just bothered me, bro.
I feel that because because well, I mean because now we've got with the from Brave New World, we've got adamantium everywhere now. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's going to be the next big thing. So it's either adamantium shields for everyone or something else.
Real quick, bro. I know we got some stuff we're gonna go over. I just thought about this, bro. How do you feel about like after Secret Wars, a soft reboot? Like, how are you? What are your thoughts about it? Do you think they should wait a little bit? Like, are we ready for a soft? Are you ready for a soft reboot? You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm always prepared for whatever they throw out. I always try to stay as neutral as I can. And
Oh yeah,
I kind of I try not to let everyone else's reactions like come into mine.
always.
But if everyone else is like it's I think this is gonna be really awesome, like Thunderbolts was, and
Oh
after
yeah.
watching Thunderbolts, it was pretty awesome.
You know what's funny, bro? I got a hot take, bro, because I've been wanting to make a video about this, but I'm gonna give you the scoop, bro, because I got this
Okay,
cooked up
okay.
here. If Are you into the DC animated universe at all?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Have you seen how they ended it with the Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1, 2, and 3?
yeah. I didn't like it.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's we can talk about that in a bit. But what I want you to remember, bro, is you know how in because we don't know what's gonna happen in Doomsday and Secret Wars. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah,
can only assume that it's gonna end up being a mess somehow at some point within these two movies. Like it's gonna hit the fan. You know what I mean? Some way somehow. And I think a good way to soft reboot it, since we're trying to get rid of this multiverse bullshit, and because it's just been a mess, bro. The multiverse is like no matter what, the good parts, the bad parts, it's just been a mess. You know what I mean? So you know how they ended that. I think that's how they should do it. Like make some type of strong, like powerful entity, like whether it's the Molecule Man or who does Doom use in Secret Wars? He uses one of those characters to like make Battle World, or whatever have you. What if like they do something like that, bro? So we go into the soft reboot. One of these powerful characters just makes one universe, and
yeah,
when you step into that universe, there's one new Wolverine, there's one new Spider
yeah.
Man, there's one. You know what I mean? Like I
That
think that would
okay,
be a
yeah.
cool way to go about it.
I like my bad. I was wrong in what I said. I didn't like the way they went into Crisis on Infinite Earths. I didn't like the way they like went into it.
Or like the way they directed it and stuff, like the
Yeah,
flashbacks and this and that. I liked it. It was a bit messy, but I liked it though because I know what you mean. They were messy about it because the way they directed it. I think the second movie was a real like it
yeah.
just starts and
The
it's
second
like
and the third
it
one
is
were
like
pretty good, but the first one
yeah, yeah.
it was so over the place. I had to rewatch it again. I had to rewatch it right after I finished it because I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah, honestly, I had to rewatch all three of them because I felt like that. But uh, it's funny, bro, because like that was one of those things where all three of those movies got really shat on before I watched it. So when I watched it, I really liked them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I like the first one because of all the Flash stuff. Because like you said earlier to me that you're a big Flash guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big Flash guy. I guess we can go into the first topic. I'll just go first if you don't mind.
Yeah,
I was
go
gonna
for it.
tell you DC. If you can hit me with your best or your favorite hero, villain, and I'll say Justice League member because I have different categories like that. So, but if you can hit
Okay.
me with those three,
So,
DC.
favorite hero, Flash. I'm more of a Barry Allen than a Wally West guy.
Hell yeah,
I know everyone is always like everyone is always just Wally's way better. He's faster, but I'm like,
it's because of the Justice League animated series too, bro. Like people grew up
yeah,
with him.
yeah. But at the same time, it's just like Barry. It starts with Barry. He's the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
You know, it took Barry to run so that Wally could super run.
Yep, yep, pretty much, literally.
And then favorite DC villain.
And I asked that question just because I love DC villains,
Mm,
bro. Like Batman's villains alone are so fire, bro.
yeah, probably go Mr. Freeze as my favorite
Oh hell
DC
yeah,
villain. Uh,
dude,
a
that's a
lot,
movie
a
right there,
lot,
bro.
a lot too because I do like Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I grew up watching that, so that was one of those movies where I didn't realize how bad it was till I got older. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like I always kind of enjoyed it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But
It's like
I feel that.
even now knowing like they're not the greatest movies, but it's like I can still watch those movies and be like, it's not terrible. I'll still finish it.
You know what was bad, but I liked it was Bane, just because he looked so comic book accurate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like I knew he was just a dumb beef monster. They didn't give him anything to work with.
Hmm.
I understand that part of it, but like I still like the fact that they just use him as muscle and he looked just like the comic books. You know what I mean? I thought that's like a shitty thing that I like because I will say that's like a big thing, especially now at Marvel is like even their lesser movies, there's still so much to enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the to me a good example is like the Captain Marvel movies. Like they're not the best, but I enjoy like a good chunks of those movies. I would rewatch them like that's pretty cool. That's pretty tough. You know what I mean? But like they're not the best
Yeah.
films. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll go back to a Captain Marvel. I won't go back to like a Thor: The Dark World. I can't rewatch that.
Hot take time, bro. I love that movie, bro.
I can't do Thor: The Dark World or Man of
Bro,
Steel.
it's funny. Oh, are you a Snyderverse hater?
No, no, I love the Snyderverse. It's just I can't do Man of Steel because
Like just the way he went about it?
yeah. Well, I've always with hat guy from the Escape Pod. I've always been on the same thing with him. Before I started watching the Escape Pod, I've always been on the same thing of
Like they
that's
just
not
didn't. You don't think they wrote him good?
That's not how Jonathan was supposed to die. It was like that's my big
Yeah,
thing.
that
It's
was
just
bad.
like
That was bad.
that was the worst part of it to me is like you have to his death has to mean something
Yeah,
and it
I agree.
meant nothing in that movie. And so, but besides that, I think I've watched the Snyder cut fucking 8 times, 8 to 10 times.
The Man of Steel or Justice League?
The Justice League Snyder cut, like
Yeah,
the
bro. I love that movie. I love that film, bro. I think it's such a piece of art, bro. I love that movie.
yeah,
I wish we would have seen where he wanted to go with it because I liked all the dark stuff. Like we got James Gunn, he's gonna do us justice with the comic book accuracy, but like I love the universe that he was trying to do, bro. I really did. Like I wanted to see more of it. I wanted to see all of Batman's rogues and the actors they chose in that universe, especially when they redid Joker in the end. I love the way that Jared Leto like got a chance to redo his Joker. I really like the way
yeah.
that he portrayed it at the end of that movie.
Is yeah, he was so much better in the end of Snyder cut than I think he ever was before.
Well, what's funny is because again, I remember James Gunn even was having early talks when he got to DC about releasing the David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad because almost everything we saw in the final cut was reshot. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
wonder how the first take of that Joker was. You know what I mean? because
Mm,
that was like a rated R, like very heavy abuse on Harley type of shit. Like
yeah,
that Joker I wanted to see,
and
and
that's more
that
in
was a
line
shame, bro.
too. That Joker's more in line too with what they were kind of going for with Batfleck.
Yeah, bro. And like I know it's funny because it's just Harley Quinn, but that was also just a missed opportunity, bro. Like that was such great casting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and they did as much as they could do with her, but it's Harley Quinn. You should have been throwing more Batman movies out there so we could have got more of her. You know what I mean? But like that casting alone to me was phenomenal, bro.
they,
They had so much like go ahead, go ahead.
no, you're good. You're good. Keep going. Keep going.
No, I was gonna jump off the rail. Go ahead. You
No,
said you think
all
what?
right. So I think like no matter what, they'll still bring Margot Robbie back to play Harley Quinn. I think
I
that's a
hope so.
10 out of 10 like cast. Like you can't get that kind of casting ever again.
Yeah, and she's like a phenomenal like Oscar actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But real quick, bro, I got a hot take that I've been wanting to make. I'm gonna make a video about this too, bro. Uh, Peacemaker. You saw in the trailer, bro, because you remember
mm,
the end of season 2 of Peacemaker. You see Shazam, and they're kind of trying to connect the dots with things, but we
yeah,
already know we're not gonna see Shazam again. So I think they're doing that multiverse because you saw how he's like about to fight himself, John Cena. I
yeah.
think that doorway thing is gonna be like a almost we might see Mr. Terrific honestly because of the whole multiverse thing. I
Hmm.
think that's like because James Gunn has said there's gonna be a big cameo in the show. I'm thinking that like the
I
Peacemaker from the show, that universe goes
I can
into the
see
new
it.
universe. Yeah, that's the only way it makes sense because he already said Peacemaker's his baby. He wants John Cena and Peacemaker in the new universe. He's gonna fit really good with Guy Gardner. You know what I mean? That's gonna be fun to see.
Hundred
But
percent.
yeah, but that I think that's gonna happen like off the bat just because of the multiverse shit, what they showed in the trailer, and the end of the show. Like I think that's the only way to bring him to the new universe because they're rebooting. You know what I mean? Especially after the Flash, they made it known that like all that Flash
Yeah,
Snyder stuff is over. You know what I mean? But I think they're gonna go that way with it.
I will say too, as a big Flash fan, I will always tell people, you know, just don't watch the Flash movie.
I'm mixed on it, bro. I'm mixed on it
I
because I 100% agree. That's not my Flash either. Grant Gustin's the shit, bro. Like I agree with you. It's just they again, bro, there's so much to like in these movies that they did a lot of comic book shit in this movie that I loved. Like the suit in the ring, the mask flipping
that
back,
I've always
all
liked.
the yeah, all the vibration shit, with the molecules, everything Batman, I don't give a fuck what anyone says, bro. Everything Batman in that movie was tough, bro.
Okay,
I
yeah,
even though Ben
Batman. I've always Michael Keaton as Batman. I thought honestly the best part of the movie was George Clooney at
yeah,
the
bro.
end.
That was pretty fucking funny though. What did he say, bro, when he sees him and he's two or like who the fuck are you or who the fuck is this or some shit like that? But that was so funny, bro. But nah, but I get you, bro. Like don't get me wrong. It was not the greatest. Could have been way better, and that is not my Flash. I agree. I just like I can rewatch it. I will say that like because there's a lot of shittier movies that I can rewatch. Like the Fantastic Four movies, the Chris Evans ones. They're not the best. I rewatch those all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that I put those in, and that I put the Flash movie in that category. You know what I mean? It was like
I
I know it's
mean,
not the best, but like I could rewatch it and like there's some stuff to like and like again, good Batman is good Batman to me. Like I want because I've been waiting because and we've seen it with Ben Affleck in the Flash too, and like Michael Keaton in the Flash. Like I want a comic book Batman. I'm tired of the realistic
mhm.
Batman. We gotten plenty of it, bro. You know what I mean? We gotten plenty of that shit. I want to see Batman jumping off walls, gadgets, kicking you in the face. You know what I mean? Like I want to see that Batman. But what were you gonna say, bro? My bad.
Do you think we're gonna get the Pattinson ever involved with James Gunn's universe, or do you think he's gonna stay his own separate? Because I think
Great.
Pattinson's a little too realistic to jump
Yeah.
into the Superman universe.
To what I just said, I agree. And it's an exception because the Batman was so fucking good that like, okay, make that pocket universe. That Matt Reeves is killing it. Let him cook. But to that, I agree with you. Like, yeah, it's just another Nolan verse. Just like whether or not it's your opinion if you think it's better, but it's just another realistic Nolan verse. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
like it's not magical or fantastical at all. Like, and that's fine. And he's cooking, but like I don't want to see him with David Cornsweet. I honestly want to see. And if they went the older Ben Affleck route, fine. But I want to see a Ben Affleck Batman. I want to see him big as shit because if he was with these larger than life heroes, a regular human, he would have to be 6'2" plus. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he would have to be to keep up with these fucking gods, bro. He would have to be like a really big superhuman, close to you know what I mean? Like as much as you could be as a regular human. So he
I
needs to
want
be
to
big as fuck. I want
I
it.
want to I
But
want to see that too because eventually I want to see DC go into Batman Beyond.
yes, bro. Yes, that can be their soft reboot in like 10, 15 years, bro. When they get
Yeah.
those newer casts, maybe Static Shock, even though they can do Static Shock now, but would I really want to see Static Shock? But yes, bro, I agree with that. Because Batman Beyond is so tough, bro.
Yeah, I think if they
I
did
would
that for a soft reboot, that's all they got to do to start it off.
yeah, bro, because I agree, like for Justice League, I want to see a big Batman, gray and black suit, like little I'm a fan of the short ears. I don't like the big ears.
I
I
don't
want to see
like
the
the big
short
ears
ears,
either.
bro. Yeah, bro. And then I want to see a world's finest movie done right, bro. Like I like the extended version of BVS. I don't love it. I really enjoy it. But Batman v Superman, that movie should have been like 10 out of 10, bro. Like it should have hit. Like we needed like a Batman Superman movie to like be the shit, bro. Like we need that movie to come out. So I'm hoping they nail it, bro. And I'm down with Jensen Ackles as Batman, bro. I'm super fine with that. Out of all the fan castings, that's my favorite one. So I don't know how you're feeling about fan castings, but that's my favorite right now.
I've always liked him more as like a Red Hood, as like a Jason after but when he becomes the Red Hood.
I would have said that like 5, 10 years ago, but like
Yeah.
since he's older, now I want to see him as
Yeah,
Batman, just
since he's
because like
older you
he's
can't.
seasoned now. Yeah, he's
I mean,
seasoned now. You know what I mean?
have
Like,
you have you watched the Batman Halloween Part 1 and 2?
oh yeah, so good, bro. Those
Yeah,
movies are tough, bro.
cuz
Yeah.
those ones are voice acted by him, Jensen Ackles. He's Batman in those.
Yep. Yeah, that's the same universe as the. I mean, they're all the same universe because they end up with the Crisis movies. They you find out they're all the same like multiverse, whatever. But that's the same
Yeah.
Batman that's in those Crisis movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They that too. They cooked with the DC animated universe for years, bro. Like pretty much since they started, literally just ended with Crisis, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
they cooked, bro. Like that whole what it like honestly two over almost 3 decades, bro. Cooked so good,
Yeah.
bro.
Like Flashpoint, Under the Red Hood, those are my favorites. And Dark Apocalypse.
Fire. Ooh, Dark Apocalypse is so good, bro. That shit is so good. In the beginning, when everyone's just getting ripped apart, bro, like
Mhm.
shit was so sick. Fire. Bro, this is Marvel, but bro, Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2, like sleepers, bro. No one, I don't know if you've ever seen those. They came out
I
back in the day. If you haven't, please watch those, bro.
I played the games or not or ultimate no that's Ultimate Alliance. Never mind. What am I talking about?
Yeah, bro. Watch Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2. They came out in like I want to say 2006, bro. I was
So
7, bro.
that's
It was
the
tough, bro.
animated.
Yeah, they're two animated movies, bro. It's part 1 and 2. Fire, bro.
Okay,
Fire.
yeah. You ever
Oh, and
watched
then they did a.
Next Avengers or
I
Young
was just gonna say
Avengers?
yeah, I was just gonna say, bro. Then later they came out with that one. That one's tough, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
was
have seen.
they cooked. Yeah, Marvel cooked too with animation, bro. Honestly, it's just they weren't as consistent, but they cooked, bro. Because I can't think of like a bad Marvel. There was some Iron Man projects. I take that back. There was a couple Iron Man projects I was like, eh,
I didn't
but
like
they cooked
I
too.
watched the one where it was like Tony in high school or whatever.
When he was younger,
Yeah, when he was younger, I didn't
and
really like that as much.
the animation was kind of 3D a little bit.
Yeah,
Yep. I know what you're talking about. That one was okay. It wasn't the best. We got something for me, bro? I know you had some
yeah.
questions lined up.
So I did want to know out of every Spider-Man suit, because you are a Spider-Man guy,
Oh
out of
yeah,
all the
all the way.
Spider-Man suits, what are your top three?
Ever live action, animated? What are we doing?
Live action.
Strictly movies, bro. Um, Definitely Toby's, and hot take, I love the homecoming suit. I'm actually a fan of the black lines and shit.
Okay.
Um, so those two, and my third one, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the hype that everyone has for the TASM 2 suit. I like
I
it.
like the Tasman 2 suit a lot.
Yeah, I get it, but I didn't get the hype, honestly. Like when that shit like everyone like raved over that suit, I was like, I still like Toby's, you know what I mean? I was on that
I
bullshit,
think
but
it's
uh
because it looks the most like Toby's. It's like it's the most comparable to Toby's suits, so so I think it pulls a little bit into that.
I think also because his first suit was so different that when we got a comic book accurate suit, everyone was like, yo, finally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I like the first one, but honestly, bro, I'll be completely honest with you. I can't say the final swing, the No Way Home suit, the final swing suit, because it was animated. Like I really don't want to say that one because I would put that one as third. But if we're going third, bro, I'm gonna put Toby's black suit to be honest with you,
Okay.
because it's fun. Yeah, because I'll be honest, I love uh the Homecoming suit. I don't like any other Tom suits. I'll be honest, like really don't. I love the black eyes, the darkness around the
Hmm.
lenses, but I don't like his suits like that. I would have loved. I'm a big costume design guy, bro. I love cosplay and shit. I loved the Far From Home suit, except that like they made all this black, so it looked kind of
Yeah.
feminine to me. If
Okay.
they would have made like the gloves red and maybe the fingertips black and gave him red gloves, you know, that would have been like perfect. But I didn't like the blackness. It looked too feminine to me. Yeah, but like honestly, like I really like the Homecoming suit and Toby's, bro. I think Toby's is like a mean look, bro. Toby has such a mean look to his suit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all three Spider-Man lined up, like Toby's fucking you up, bro. Toby's beating the shit out of you, bro. Like I'm scared of Toby, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? But I got a hot take about that actually, bro. I wish that this is how I'm big into writing too, bro. And I like to on my free time I like fix shitty movies. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Okay.
But and not No Way Home isn't like a shitty movie by any means. But one thing I would have done, because you know how at the end they do the final swing all together and then they boom boom boom, and
Yeah.
they're about to go against the Sinister Five. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the Statue of Liberty. I would have when he fights Green Goblin, I would have had him get so fucked up that he had to take his suit off and put on the Homecoming suit so that at the end they all have the same suit. Because I don't like that Toby and Andrew have the same suit and then he has this new like Tony Stark Jr. suit. I fucking hate it. I hate
Okay.
his I don't like that suit at the end, bro.
I
I
can get
don't.
behind that.
Yeah, like I wish he would have got so fucked up and they would have made it a little more dramatic. So he would have had to get his homecoming suit from like one of his old backpacks or some shit. And they would have made it just a little bit more feeling to it. And then like at the end, it would have hit, bro. They would have all had their red and blue suits. I think that would have been
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm with that.
Just a hot take, bro. I'd be doing shit like that all day. But let me
Well,
ask you, bro, for Marvel, let me ask you, favorite superhero in the universe, and give me your favorite X-Men and your favorite Avenger.
favorite Avenger, I'm gonna go Steve, Captain America. Favorite
Hell yeah.
X-Men, Beast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Beast
a
for
right
sure.
answer for that question, bro. There's like a good six, bro, that you can pick
Yeah.
from for X Men,
So I did
and
have a little.
all time.
I did.
Oh my bad, bro. But
Oh
you,
no. Oh no. All time. All time. Just all time for Marvel.
yeah, bro, like rocking their shit all the time. Bro, your favorite hero.
Hmm.
You can say Cap too if you mean if you want to double down.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm gonna double down on Cap.
Hell yeah. Rightfully so, bro. He's my favorite Avenger. I fucking love Captain America, bro.
But so I did have a hot take for you. Uh,
Hell yeah.
I think Tobey's Spider-Man 3 is one of the better Spider-Man movies we've ever gotten.
Where is
It,
it? Where is it? Hold on. Let's fucking go, bro. Yes, bro. That movie's
okay.
so sick, bro.
It's a
Yes.
great
Hold on. Let me see if you
movie.
can hear this. Let me see if you can hear this. Can you hear this? Ah, you can't. I have cheering, but it's not connected. Fuck. But yeah, bro. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I love Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, no,
Literally,
I'm
literally, if you just take out the dancing montage, it's a great fucking movie, bro. And even with the dancing shit, like it's over, it's old news, you know what I mean?
I think even with the dancing, it's like, it's all because of the suit. So, it's making him
Yeah.
just be a completely different person. And it's all the
Yes,
shit we
bro.
wouldn't expect him to do anyway. So I think it's kind of what makes it a little
Yes.
better.
Yes, I completely agree, bro. I was that young kid in the theater, like, duh, he has the suit on. That's why he's acting like an asshole. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I defended that movie. I love that movie, bro. I've always defended that movie. That's a great fucking take. That's not a hot take. That's a great take, brother.
Yeah.
That's a great
I
take. I love
also
that movie.
think Harry didn't need to die in that movie. I
I
think
agree.
I think because Norman died
Well,
throughout that time, there was because we are in No Way Home. We hear Toby talk about how he's always thought about making a cure for it anyway.
mhm.
So I think if we had ever gotten like a fourth Toby movie, it should have been like the Green Goblin redemption of getting
I I
Harry
I
back into
might
being Harry.
I might disagree just because of Harry's Harry's arc. Because if you think about it, that motherfucker, it was almost like if Thor would have died in Infinity War, I think everyone genuinely would have been okay with it because of he lost, did the right thing. I kind of feel like that with James Franco's Harry was like he lost. He had his redemption at the end of the movie, so since he died, I was okay with it. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he kept losing, and he was going down the darker path. So when he redeemed himself, like him dying, didn't give a shit. But I see what you're saying, bro. I see that point, that take. I get what you're saying. But I what I will say, bro, to add to that real quick is one thing that would have like really just made that movie like maybe like shut the haters up a little bit is there's a deleted scene of and there's a scene of it too in the because I played the game, the Spider-Man 3 video game, when
Hmm.
Venom goes to Sandman to like try to convince him.
Yeah.
That scene should have been a little longer and there should have been some friction because I think in the video game and I think in the original script and a deleted scene or something like that, he threatens him with his daughter
Yeah.
to like you better like,
Yes.
yeah. So if they would have done that, that would have made the writing like tie in really good. That was such a big mistake in my opinion because again that would have like shut a lot of haters up, bro. Because one thing that I rewatched him, bro, was what's funny enough is like MJ is so annoying up until the third movie. Like if you watch the third movie, MJ is like the only one with sense in that whole movie, bro. Mary Jane actually has like a head on her shoulders. Like she actually sees all the fuck shit around her. Like she's still being a little bit of a hoe. But besides
Yeah.
that, bro, like she actually has a story in the third one. I agree with you, bro. The third one's fire. The third one's fire. But let me ask you, brother. Like I had something for you here. Oh, let me. I guess you can tell me that. We'll go Marvel just because there's way more successes. But if you can give me your top three MCU and your top worst MCU, your bottom three.
Uh, that. Oh wait, actually, I have a list for.
Yeah, take your time, brother. Take your time.
Nah, got my letterbox list. I can go to here. My top five MCU is No Way Home, Infinity War, and Thunderbolts.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually such a good fucking list, bro. My bad. I don't mean to fuck that up. That's actually a great fucking list, bro. Because I was just thinking about Thunderbolts today. I'm like, bro, that movie is like slowly going up my ranks, bro. Because like I don't have much to say about it. Everything negative anyone's had to say about it, including myself, is that they wanted more, which is to me really like a good sign. But everyone says the same thing. They wanted a little bit more. They wanted a little bit more of the void, a little bit more of this, that. Like they just wanted more because it was so good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, Thunderbolts is going up there for me, bro.
Yeah, because that was one of my things. It's like if the only thing I really ever I wanted more out of the movie was just more Bob backstory on how he got to Valentina. It's like if we got just a little bit of that, like 10, 15 minutes of that, I think it would have been like a 10 out of 10.
See, that's a movie that like an extra 20, 25 minutes would have like made the difference, bro. Because like that's a thing too, bro. Because there's no matter how good the movie is, sometimes you're in a theater like fuck this shit's long. That movie could have used like I would say 20 minutes, bro. Another good maybe 15, but maybe 15 to 20 minutes more of like fleshing out I would say some of the characters, mainly Bob, and then like again that void scene, that was just a missed opportunity to get all these characters like psyches shown on screen. Because then you would
Hmm.
have just fleshed out every single character that you introduced, not introduced, but you know what I'm saying. Every character in the movie, you would have fleshed them out so hard if you would have made that void scene like 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
An extra 5 minutes in that scene.
I'm with that.
But yeah, bro.
My
Hell yeah, hell
worst,
yeah.
my least favorite three: Thor: The Dark World. That one for me. Um, Far From Home. I don't like it as much.
Okay.
And then mm, uh, yeah, Multiverse of Madness.
Really?
It's for Multiverse of Madness. It was just I think we needed. I think it should have been harder to take down Scarlet instead of like her taking herself down, pretty much.
I mean, they showed how strong she was by taking down the Illuminati. But
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. You're saying
I
you wanted an
wanted just
Avengers movie with her as the threat, maybe like that would have been
yeah,
more your style. Yeah, I agree with that maybe if they did like a Age of Ultron part two, but like she was the villain, that would have like something like that would have been nuts. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah, it might have been a misstep making her the villain of that movie because I yeah, because if they would have made Mordor the or is it Mordor or Mordo? I don't know how to fucking say his fucking name. But if they would have made him the main villain, that would have like that probably would have made a lot more sense, bro, honestly.
yeah.
Because like
I
he was out to get Strange at the end of the movie, and then they completely like dropped that storyline.
yeah, I would have liked that a lot better.
Yeah. I agree with that. Honestly, bro, my fucking worst. I got to think about my top three. But I fucking can't stand Iron Man 3, bro. Iron Man 3 bothers me so much, bro.
I'm kind of
And I
I'm like neutral with Iron Man 3. Like I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
the only reason I say it, bro, is don't get me wrong, I'm just being a nerd and I'm being nitpicky. I'm being an asshole, but like you look at the legacy of this man, Robert Downey Jr. and his Iron Man that he gave us, and then there's just Iron Man 3, bro. Like I fucking oh god, it bothers me so much. And you have the Hall of Armor and the Mandarin in the same movie and you fucking blow it, bro. Like it dude, I hate what they did with the Aldrich Killian. Like to me, like the Hall of Armor was cool. They definitely could have like done better with it. But like it was the Mandarin, bro. It was to me equivalent of waiting three Batman movies for the Joker, and the
Hmm.
Joker happens to be the Riddler. Like you know what I mean? Like what the fuck, bro? That made me so fucking mad, bro. Like it still sits with me, bro, because I'm just a fan of these movies, and I loved Iron Man in the first two. But I couldn't believe what they did with that third one, bro. I mean, it bothered me so much, dude.
Yeah, my co-host Jeremiah, he's a big Iron Man guy. Iron Man's his favorite
Yeah,
MCU character.
yeah. Iron Man and Cap, they blessed them, bro, the MCU. Because I'll tell you what, bro, I just rewatched Iron Man 2 twice, bro. That movie's so gas. Like Iron Man 2 is so tough, bro. Like it's just Tony on 10. Like he's an asshole the whole fucking movie. The suits and the action are sick, bro. They got the double fight scene at the end with when
Hmm.
Rhodey has his suit for the first time. Like, that movie's so
Yeah,
tough, bro. Like I like that to me is like Age of Ultron. When people say Age of Ultron, ages like wine. Like, bro, go watch Iron Man 2. That shit ages like wine, bro. That movie's so tough, bro. Like, and it's just there, simple story. This guy's out to get you because he has a kind of a past with you. Like, it was fire, bro. I really, really like Iron Man 2. Like, if Iron Man, the first one, if I put it 9.5, I'm putting Iron Man 2 like 9.4. You know what I mean? Like, I got him like right there, bro.
I feel that
Yeah,
Iron
yeah,
Man's up
yeah.
there, or Iron Man 2 is up there.
Hell yeah. Was it you had something for me, or was it my? Or yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I asked you
I
last. What
wanted
you got for me,
I
brother?
I wanted to ask you about your Fantastic Four theory.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
if you if you
I
want to
honestly
retell it.
got hell yeah. I honestly got a couple in the air right now because I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I think I made 2 videos so far, but ever since I like, because I don't know if it's 100% that Galactus is a Nexus being, but again, for the video and for this conversation, if they make him a Nexus being, that means the same exact Galactus we saw
Yeah.
in Rise of the Silver Surfer because they already confirmed Chris Evans in that universe in the mix. You know what I mean? Like they already
Hmm.
confirmed in Deadpool and Wolverine that all these universes were at once connected within the multiverse. So by definition, that's the same Galactus. So what if like my theory was like what if the beginning of the movie, yo, if they do this, but it'll be so mind blowing if they do this. But at the end of Rise of the Silver Surfer, we see that end credit scene of Silver Surfer floating in space, and the surfboard flies back to him, indicating
Yeah.
he's still alive. You know what I mean? What if the beginning of this movie, bro, it's literally the Cloud Galactus, and he just like comes to his true form, like out of the clouds, and like he steps out of the clouds? Because if you remember in the movie, they show his silhouette twice. So there's the head and the antlers somewhere in there. You know what I mean? They just never showed it. So what if he was just in the cloud, bro? Like that's how he operates. That's how he moves. His big chair is just in this cloud, bro. You know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
what I'm kind of going with. And in the beginning of the movie, he shows himself and like he has this failed Silver Surfer that just failed Galactus. You didn't give me that Earth that I was trying to eat, bro. What's good? He offs him, and then he makes his wife Shala Bal the new Silver Surfer, and then the movie starts. I thought that would be like spot on, bro. Like you're giving love and credit to that movie. That movie connects, and that Reed Richards is still alive. So if there's going to be a council of Reeds in these next 3 movies coming up, boom, you just connected it all. And I'm still a Kang lover. I would love for them to somehow connect Kang, even though we all know they're not.
Yeah.
We all
There's
know
no way.
they're like realistic. They're just not, and unfortunately, but that would be such a good way to introduce the Council of Kangs and Reeds or whatever. And I also had a cool theory of like, what if like as the Fantastic Four are leaving, like and the Fantastic Four haven't they can't see this. They're already gone. Doom from that universe that they just left.
Yeah.
Oh, let me rewind, bro. That was my other theory. I think Doom is in this universe, but they defeated him, and he's like locked up, and they're like referring to him throughout the whole movie. So what if at the end of First Steps, we don't see it, and the Fantastic Four don't see it, but the audience sees it. Doom murks Galactus, and
Yeah.
they establish Doom as a threat. And then from there, I was actually just talking to my cousin about this. What if like Doom is chasing them, and that's another reason why they're getting the fuck out of there because Doom is
Yeah.
right behind their tail, bro. And that's why at the end of Thunderbolts, when they see that ship, it's like a whole shit. And what if that scene just keeps going, and right after they get into the Earth, Doom is like right behind them, and that's how we get Doom. You know what I mean? That was kind of my like general thinking, but I have never once been right about a theory. So we'll see, bro. But that was kind of my like big epiphany I had, bro, because that shit would just come around full circle and just make everything connect and like make the beginning of this movie fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm 100% with that shit. I fuck with it heavy. If
I
if
appreciate that.
if I had to choose how First Steps is gonna start, that's how I'd want it.
Yeah, bro. Like I was thinking about like a realistic connective like way to make all this shit. Because at the end of the day, we're just seeing a brand new Galactus. We're seeing a brand new Fantastic. You know what I mean? Like if you can
Yeah.
connect it somehow, so the audience is like, oh shit, and then this is the new Fantastic Four. Let's go. Like you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, making these movies, you got to think about the general audience, not just the comic, not just us, the comic book fans. You know what I mean? Because the general audience has also seen the Chris Evans Fantastic Four, and that's what they're. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, but it's so funny, bro, because like usually every time these theories are going off, or like even like I like making theories, see them online. The MCU, and not in a bad way, but the MCU gives us something really simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm doing all this and that. They're honestly probably gonna be like, "Oh shit, Galactus is right there. It's a new Galactus." You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be real
Mhm.
simple, bro. But we'll see what happens, bro.
I like it. No, yeah. If that's how the movie starts, man, I'll give you $50.
Well,
Because that
I wonder, bro.
that's a solid theory. You know. And if it connects everything together, then it's I don't see why not.
Yeah, like if they execute it right to like how I see it, if I were to watch it, bro, they can make it like so smooth, bro, like and really do it. Because again, if he's a Nexus being, bro, like what happened at the end of Silver Surfer? What happened from that point till now? Like you got to fill in that gap if it connects. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah,
that's an opportunity right there to just make a good chunk of storytelling right in the beginning of the movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I'm with it.
Yes,
And
sir.
then
Yes,
so
sir.
so and then you also had a Killmonger theory that I remember seeing a couple like a day or two ago.
I was just kind of rambling, and then someone online actually reminded me that there's also a Human Torch variant of him out there. But I don't think they're gonna go that route. I really doubt that they're gonna acknowledge that movie. The only way they're gonna acknowledge that movie is Miles
Mhm.
Teller. The
Yeah.
only way, bro. Is if we see Miles Teller, he was the only decent thing in that movie. Was literally Miles Teller. But that's the only way we'll get any type of reference to that shitty movie. But but
So I think he
I
has to
really
be
think
in
that
the Council of Reeds. We haven't
yeah,
had enough
exactly.
of different Reed Richards around, so I think he has to be in there.
They would have to, yeah. Yeah, they would have to throw him as an extra body for like a council to be a council. Yeah,
Yeah.
they would just have to and he's a great actor. You know, like why not? But no, my theory was they're probably gonna use him like I wouldn't say to the full effect of What If, making him like the secret villain behind it, like not behind it all, but at the end, like he betrays them. They're not gonna do that. And I think another statement came out recently that he's just gonna be the Black Panther in whatever universe that we see, maybe the X-Men universe, like
Yeah.
in that universe, he's the
Oh,
yeah.
all right, yeah, we're good.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
cause,
That's
cause,
fun.
uh, cause it was still recording everything, so it's like I got my power going out.
Oh shit. Yeah, bro. I used to be. I'm from Florida, bro. It rains so much out there. I know how much it rains in Louisiana too, bro. I don't miss that shit, bro. It barely rains over here in Arizona. Nice.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, it was nice and blue skies earlier today. Now it's
Yeah, it's always like chopped up the rain, bro, throughout the day. It sucks.
yeah, now it's thunder and lightning right now.
Hell yeah, bro. Fucking yo, let me ask you, bro, what's your schedule like for these next couple of days or next week, bro? I'm definitely trying to hop on again soon. I don't know what's convenient for you.
Well, I'm always off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Those are my off days.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect, bro. Monday and Tuesday are my off days.
Yeah, so
Oh
I
yeah.
can always make Monday and Tuesdays work.
Hell yeah. We definitely got a plan for next week, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sundays usually me and my girl's day, but besides Sunday, I'm usually open.
Oh yeah. Honestly, we could probably make Tuesdays work because Monday's usually me and my fiance's day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Tuesdays are
yeah,
usually pretty free, at least definitely in the mornings for sure. But yeah, Tuesdays are probably the best. If you want to aim for next Tuesday, bro, that'd be dope.
yeah. See
Oh yeah.
what everything's going on. See, I don't even know where we left off.
Um, I think we were talking about the Michael B. Jordan
Yeah, yeah,
uh variant theory. It's nothing crazy. I just figured they were gonna use him like what if. And then someone actually commented in like on the video on one of my videos about it saying that there's still the Human Torch variant. But I like we said earlier, I doubt the only connection they're gonna have to that movie is Mr. Fantastic. Miles Teller is Mr. Fantastic, so I doubt they're gonna show him. So it's definitely gonna be like some type of Black Panther variant. I was just thinking now, honestly, it's probably gonna be like it would be really cool to see like whatever universe, maybe the X-Men universe, like that Avengers team, and then their Black Panther in that universe, and like they'll play it off as like the golden black suit. You know what I mean? Like they'll give him that
yeah,
suit, and that'll be Michael B. Jordan's version, and that could be the version that like he ended up Black Panther and T'Challa ended up in Oakland. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like something like that. Like the roles were reversed, and then like he just grew up to be Black Panther with the gold and black suit. Because that's when I like discovered Black Panther was through the gold and black suit, bro. Because like back in the day, bro, the Marvel Legends used to come with like a figure and the comic. So you like that's how I learned about all these
Oh,
all the
nice.
yeah, all these heroes because like it was pretty sick, bro. Because like Spider Man's figure had Spider Man's number one. Like they had all these
Hmm.
characters number one. So like I grew up reading them, and that's how I got that knowledge. But yeah, I would like to see Michael B. Jordan maybe like the golden black suit, bro. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. And then, did you hear about for with Avengers Doomsday the Alan Cummings interview?
Oh, with the what was he talking about? About like
He talked
the
about
makeup
putting
and
no, he talked about putting Pedro Pascal's head through a wall.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's funny how like now that you just brought that up, you always hear directors and people in Hollywood say, "Oh, it's hard to like do his action or what have you. It's hard to make Mr. Fantastic work." Two things, bro. First of all, just watch Incredibles, bro. Especially Incredibles 2. They killed it.
Yeah,
But second, bro, is like they can like really do some crazy shit with Mr. Fantastic, bro. Because like they could do a lot of like comedic action. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
simply like and do it really good, just like that, bro. Like what if like I couldn't imagine how like Nightcrawler doing it because he poofs, so he could like kill him. But like, imagine if Hulk would like maybe grab his head and smash it through a wall, and it would just stretch and look funny, or you know what I mean? Or like he would
yeah,
just make some type of joke after because it didn't really hurt him, or it hurt him, but it didn't really do much to him because he can absorb it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or something like that. But like they can do a lot with it, bro. And I just like I want to see it, bro. Like how we go three movies and like he's only stretched his arms a couple times. You know what I mean?
yeah. I just think it's a pretty big spoiler though, in see like hearing about an X-Men character and a Fantastic Four character going head to head for
And
whatever reason.
yeah, bro, that'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick, bro. Like, I think they're definitely gonna make that happen in Doomsday, like Avengers versus X-Men. Like that's like for sure, bro. There's no way they're not. You know what I mean? Like we all know the best movies that Marvel has ever done. There's always friction amongst the characters before anything. The first Avengers, Civil War. So like they're gonna even in a little bit in Infinity War, like from the Guardians and Iron Man and stuff like that, and that little group of Avengers, like every great movie, there's friction amongst the characters because it's just natural. But like we're gonna see the X Men the versus the Avengers. It's gonna be so sick, bro. And I can tell like I guess I don't I'm hoping that one picture that I saw was true realer, not the one of Cyclops's suit, like the behind
Mhm.
the scenes. I don't know if you saw that one.
No, I haven't.
Look on my page, bro. We're gonna change it online too, but like they just have like the Cyclops uniform just hung up on a hanger of like James Marsden, the one he's
Yeah.
gonna wear up supposedly, and it's comic book accurate as fuck. And like I just want
Okay.
to see all of them in their blue and yellow suits, bro, going at it. That's gonna be so sick, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. Because I saw a video recently where it was like someone took the old X-Men movies, but they put comic accurate suits on everyone.
Yeah, I think if I saw I've seen something like that. I just don't know if it's the same one. Was it the first movie and they made like the black suits just yellow and blue?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, bro. Damn, I had a good question for you. Fuck, I forgot it. uh go off that, but yeah, it's gonna be sick, bro. Because like I'm like I always forget that they already gave us a taste with like uh Professor X's yellow chair, and then like Beast is like CGI look like
Hmm.
it's gonna look so tough when they're all next to each other, bro. And like you know how there's always these big like moments. I made a video about this too, but like you know that like that's why Marvel like why everyone loves Marvel now because they have these big like theater moments or whatever because they're so great or whatever.
Yeah.
I like they're gonna have like one like I can only imagine, bro. They're gonna have one good shot of them all together, and then like when and like the first time we see Nightcrawler, he's just gonna poof into that shot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that'd be so like they're gonna lose their minds, bro, when he just poofs into the screen for the first time and he just looks like he has the red and white and black suit and shit.
it's gonna have that No
That'd be
Way Home
tough, bro.
effect.
Hey, I'm gonna lose my shit, bro. I'm gonna fucking make so much noise in my chair, bro, when I
Oh
watch that
yeah,
shit. Do you go to the theater? Do you go to the theater a lot, bro? I ask you.
I try to. I try. If I can, then yeah. But I mean, for Superman and Fantastic Four, I'm definitely going to the theater.
For
I mean,
sure. I already got my
cause I,
ticket.
yeah, oh, I haven't got my ticket because I can't be certain on a day. That's why, because I never know what might happen. So, gotta try and make it as
Yeah,
fast as I can, spur of the moment. But I mean, because I saw Brave New World and Thunderbolts in the theater, so
hell yeah.
I've got the popcorn bucket for that, and then the Thunderbolts popcorn bucket.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, bro. I wanted that one. That's tough.
Yeah,
Sick.
this one.
The Red Guardian.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah, so
Nice. That's tough, bro. You saw the Galactus?
yeah, the Galactus is sick. I think it's like $70. I'm pretty sure
80. 80, bro.
80. Honestly,
Yeah, bro.
I saw they've got one for Herbie. I want that one the most because
Ooh.
apparently the one for Herbie it's supposed to be like it's supposed to hold everything for you. Like it's supposed to be able to hold your
Oh, word?
drink, your popcorn, and your candy in it.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. The you just sent me you just messaged me the crypto one, bro.
Yeah,
That
the
one looks
crypto
tough
popcorn
too.
bucket.
That one's more for like a shelf, just because like it's so like separate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's so big and separate. But yeah, that one's pretty tough, bro. If like to
Oh
own
yeah.
that one.
If I see that one, I'm getting it for sure.
You know which one I hopped on, bro? Just because like I needed one to actually use, because you're not gonna use that Red Guardian one, bro. It's just for decor. I don't know if you're gonna use it, but I would assume
No,
you're just gonna let it sit there.
I've used it once. Because the helmet, you can take the helmet off, so it's like instead of
Mm,
I don't gotta dirty up the helmet, so I can use it as an actual bucket. But because I do, because I've got two Captain America buckets. I forgot the Hulk is also a bucket.
yo, dang, I missed out on that Red Guardian one, bro. Because I got the Avengers one. Me and my brother, he got Iron Man, and I got Captain. Did he get? Yeah, he got Iron Man. I got Captain America, and it was just the bucket that you have, but like this with the end game design.
Yeah,
But I didn't know it was you could take it off, bro. I got that one because I just needed one to actually use. You know what I'm saying? When I pop
yeah.
in at the crib, because like
That,
most of them are
that's
just
what I
for
like
like
about that
decor, but
one.
that one's tough, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's what I like
tough,
about
bro.
the
I
Red
missed out on
Guardian
that one.
one because that one comes off. Uh, the Hulk one, this one is fully display. This is not practical for
Yeah, yeah,
popcorn whatsoever because you it goes into the bag,
yeah.
and then it goes all the way out to the ends of the shoulders. So if you get popcorn stuck in there, you gotta dig in.
Nah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then
That's for
just
sure, bro.
cleaning wise too, just it's not the best.
Yeah, I gotta step my popcorn bucket game up, bro. I literally only have one, and I don't even have it in me. It's in storage, bro. I gotta get my shit up because I wanted that one, bro. That Red Guardian one was tough.
Yeah, because I want the Galactus helmet, Herbie. They've got the Fantastic car. That's supposed to be one too.
Yeah, you know it's. I bet you that Red Guardian one right now on eBay is like $100, $120 or some shit.
Probably.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. I'll probably try to get one of each, if not like two Fantastic Four ones. That was my next question for you, bro. What are you more hyped for, Fantastic Four or Superman? What's your hype leaning towards more?
I'm honestly I'm more hyped for Superman because if it goes good enough, it's the start of
Yep,
something amazing. And
absolutely,
so
absolutely,
I think it's got way more on its shoulders than Fantastic Four does.
for sure, bro. Absolutely. I I'm leaning more towards Fantastic Four just because I love the Fantastic Four, bro. Like I grew up with them comic books and then the fucking movies and animated, bro. And the so I'm like I'm more of a fan of that property in general rather than Superman. But like every time one does some marketing, I'm like, damn, I'm hyped. The other one like today they dropped the trailer. I'm like, damn, I'm so hyped for Superman though.
Yeah,
Like I'm so hyped to see Superman 2, you know what I mean? But I would still say I'm a little more Fantastic Four.
yeah. Well, because I just with the trailer too, like I like what they put into this newest trailer because it added more there's more Lex to it, which we haven't gotten to see any of really.
Yeah, we both have reactions up right now, but that took me that got me, bro, because I wanted to see how he was gonna sound, bro, because that's a big thing about Lex. Is his
Hmm.
voice alone pisses you off, bro, because he's a piece of shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like he has such a condescending voice, and he nailed it, bro. He sounds
yeah,
so good. I can't wait to hear it, bro.
yeah. It's gonna be a great
Oh
movie.
yeah. Yeah, some of the action, like that's one thing I'm very excited for because I feel like James Gunn, especially throughout the Guardians franchise, that his action choreography and the way he directs his action only got better. So I'm so hyped to see what he's gonna do with Superman, bro. And like just a couple of shots we've only seen, because realistically, I'd say we've maybe seen 12 minutes, not even. I'd say like 10 minutes of the whole movie so far, like all mashed up, maybe 10 minutes. I would say,
Yeah,
yeah, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. So like, there's so much more we're gonna see, and it's gonna be so badass, bro. It's gonna be so tough.
and then
Lowell, let me ask you oh, go ahead. My fault.
did you ever watch Creature Commandos?
Bro, I'm not. I need to get on that, bro. Before I watch, I keep telling my fiance, we need to watch it before the movie comes out, but I haven't. I have like a month left, literally, so I
Yeah,
gotta get on it.
yeah. Creature
You
Commando.
liked it? You watched it?
It's a good one. It's a good one
Oh yeah.
because it's the first James Gunn project into DC. Besides Peacemaker.
Is it good world building? Like does it like set you up pretty good?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because it's all supposed to be, even though it's animated, it's supposed to be canon to
Yeah.
the Superman universe that he's building. So I'm excited to see how that all come together.
That was one of the things that I was so happy about when they announced him as the like as the leader or the runner of DC. Was he said that like everything animated is gonna connect to live action. That's so exciting, bro. Like it just makes it like I just makes it makes it exciting when like you're to know that he's heavy on the connectivity because that's when it like hits. You know what I mean? Like when you see these characters mash up together.
Yeah, I like that he's
Pretty
connecting
tough.
the live action to animated because then too, it's like a lot of the stuff that you can't do live action, you could put that into animation, and then it's still canon to what's happening live action.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be sick, dude. It's gonna be so sick. Oh, but let me ask you, bro. I'm gonna bring it back to Cap because that was just one of my other questions. What's your favorite Cap suit, man? I know Cap's your guy, bro. You gotta have a favorite because that's they, every time we see these characters, they have another suit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's been years, which is so sick. But like Captain America, especially, is one of those that has like 8+ suits or whatever, or 6+ suits or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah. So my top three, I'm
Give
a
me, give me this, bro. Give me this. Give me your top three, Steve, and then give me your favorite, Sam, just because Sam hasn't really had many, I guess.
yeah. So Sam's newest suit is in my he's I would put Sam's newest suit in my third spot.
Okay, hell yeah. The
I
one at
like
the end of
his
the
new
movie.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like that one a lot. My second one I would say would be the Winter Soldier suit for Cap.
Ah, yeah. Okay, everyone loves that suit.
And
Okay.
then first one I like to think I'm a funny guy, but so I would put his theater musical suit as my number one because I just think it's funny that he's wearing that
Oh, the
from his first movie
uh
when he's not even like he's not actually
when he's
doing
punching
anything.
Hitler, he was
Yeah,
punching Hitler in the face. Yeah. That's so funny because I love that suit just because it's like the most comic book accurate suit. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's the most
Like quote
comic book
unquote.
accurate suit, but it's like it's the one suit that he's not actually using for any
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Yeah, I like that. Visually, I like that suit a lot. Yeah, my favorite is Age of Ultron for sure. I love Age of Ultron suit. If
I
they
put
put
that
like
as
Age of
number
Ultron and
four.
Endgame together,
Ooh,
That'd be perfect.
yeah.
That'd be the perfect suit.
So I've always kind of
Yeah,
liked somewhat darker suits.
yeah, yeah. I like. I'm a fan of the navy for sure. Did you like Sam's like headpiece that he had on Falcon and Winter Soldier?
The full mask that he had.
Yeah, like the half full mask thing he had.
Yeah, I like it. I don't think it's that bad looking.
Yeah, I wanted him to keep it because it was so comic book accurate, bro. I love the way he looked in the show. He looked so good in the show, bro. He looked so cool when he busted the window and shit and he throws a shield.
Hmm.
So tough. That was sick.
And then
Yes, sir.
like I think John Walker's suits, his suits aren't that bad.
Yeah, his black one's tough. I didn't like the navy blue one, the first one, like his Captain America one, but the
Yeah, I don't
black
like
suit.
that one. His
Oh,
black suit is good.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of his, bro. I think it's so cool that there's like I was talking to my cousin about this on the phone recently. Like when you go on, especially when you go on Disney Plus, so you can actually get like a good visual of it.
Yeah,
Like these movies are like comic books now, bro. Like they just like another comic book comes out, another comic book comes out because there's so
yeah,
many now. It's so cool, bro. To think that like when we were kids, I didn't know this shit was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like this shit is
yeah.
pretty sick.
I mean,
It's
fucking,
so
we're
many.
at like 36 Marvel movies.
I know, and shows, bro. The shows I like to think they're just like a little longer like graphic novels, bro. Like they're so sick.
Yeah,
Because like I'm a defender of them. Not they were a step down, I will admit, and like some of them were like, what are we doing?
okay.
But they were still pretty good though, bro. Like I'm a defender of She-Hulk. Uh,
Oh,
the only
She-Hulk.
one that was
I like She-Hulk a lot. I like She-Hulk a lot more than Moon Knight.
I like Moon Knight though, man. I thought Moon Knight I thought both of them got shat on a little too hard. And I'm a big Moon Knight guy, like from the comic books. I'm a big Moon Knight guy, and I'll admit that the adaptation was, but I liked it though. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
enjoyed what they did with it.
it was still good, but I would put She-Hulk over Moon Knight for just show wise. Is how they did it all.
She Hulk is really good on rewatch. Really good on rewatch. Brave New World's really good on rewatch too,
I haven't rewatched it yet, but I do plan on it.
bro. Watch it on Disney Plus. Watch it like 2 or 3 times already. Really, just hit, bro. Like the action's good, bro. The action's really good in that movie. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
give it a
And then
rewatch.
what's your favorite Disney Plus show?
Like Marvel,
Yeah.
um, it would have to be Daredevil and then Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like
Hell yeah.
out of the most recent stuff they put out, I would say like those are like 100%. Like those are my top. And then if I did like a top three, I'd put like my third, uh, probably Loki, either Loki or Hawkeye.
Those are your low. You said your lower or your next one? You said.
That would be like if I for like my third spot, if I had to do like a top three,
Hmm.
it'd be like Loki or Hawkeye. Those would be like an
Hell yeah.
interchangeable third place for me.
Yeah. I just love the way Loki looked, bro. Loki was visually really good. But
Loki
yeah,
was
Loki
so
is pretty
good.
sick. Loki, I
I just think
loved WandaVision.
his whole story arc was just amazing, just start to
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. Yeah. Uh. Yeah, that's exciting too because he's gonna have a big role in Doomsday too, bro. Tom
Yeah,
Hiddleston.
yeah. No, he asked them not to. He asked them not to kill off Loki as a character in Doomsday. So hopefully we get to see him actually live on.
I wouldn't mind if Doom kills him, but besides that, if Doom doesn't kill him, yeah, I want him to like live on his days as just like the god of stories or whatever. But like, I think Doom killing him is gonna have a big part to do with the story because I think a lot of what I've seen going around because again, don't know until we see a trailer, but I think they're gonna use Loki as Vision like that everyone's trying to get to Loki because it's the last resort to like stop Doom because that's his end game is to get to Loki to kill Loki so he can make Battle World with all
Yeah,
the branches. Which is like a great theory, makes sense. So if they do that, like I get it. Like they have to kill him, and like that's kind of that, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's the
Hmm.
last time we're gonna see this character, bro. Like we've given him a beginning, middle, and end already. You know what I mean? But as long as we get like a Thor Loki reunion, I'm cool.
Oh yeah. So, but because yeah, they got to keep Loki going. This is gonna be the last we're gonna see Thor. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we're gonna get a standalone Thor movie again. You know,
I wonder.
well,
Yeah,
because
probably not.
Chris Hemsworth already he came out with that big statement and
Yeah.
everything. So it was a very farewell kind of thing.
Yeah, I made a video about that. The only reason I'm like, I get it, and then it probably means his contract is just up. But like, bro, since it's movies, like if they can kill him, don't get me wrong, they can actually physically kill him. That's that. But if they don't kill him, I'm thinking like use him as like a Odin. You know what I mean? Like just keep him in the background as like Thor. You know what I mean? The god of Asgard or whatever, New Asgard, and just like keep him in the background. 5, 10 years later, whenever the fuck, bring him back. You know what I mean? Like something like that. But
Well, I
I don't
think
know.
because I think they're still gonna. I think they will kill him off, and then they'll go into like the new Avengers, like the Young Avengers.
Oh, for his daughter.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty sick, bro. Like he's really
because
setting up his daughter for the future.
yeah, well, because with the end of so this was another question I wanted to ask you. Because with the end of Thunderbolts, in the end credit scenes, you know, you see how there's the whole like there's the copyright battle for Avengers. 1 second, chat. I'm gonna handle all my notes. Give me. Up, 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 up. Good.
My fault, bro. My fault. What were you saying at the end of Thunderbolts?
But yeah, so with the end of Thunderbolts, you know how we have the whole there's the copyright battle for the name Avengers, right? But so that already means, you know, we've got the new Avengers with, you know, the Thunderbolts team and Bucky and Sentry. Who do you think is going to be in Sam's new Avengers team? Because I feel like at some point we're gonna have there's gonna be some kind of Avengers versus Avengers thing. May not be an actual fight or something, but you know, there's gonna be two separate Avengers teams now. Who do you think would be in Sam's team? Because I've heard some
Real,
rumors.
uh, I made a video about this too, bro. Real quick though, side note, imagine like they come out with like the West Coast Avengers out of nowhere, and it's like She-Hulk, Daredevil, like all those other characters that we're forgetting about, like Moon Knight.
Mm,
That'd be crazy, bro. Like out of nowhere, and they're kind of like, well, we're doing the West Coast. You know what I mean? Even though that has like irrelevance, so they're not gonna do it. That'd be a
yeah,
crazy twist if it's like all those characters like again that we haven't seen in a minute, and like that's the West Coast Avengers. That'd be pretty sick. But not to Sam's Avengers. Uh, I genuinely think it's pretty much everyone we saw at the end of Shang-Chi. I think it's everyone at the end of Shang-Chi, Wong as the new Sorcerer Supreme, um, especially after that joke from Falcon and Winter Soldier where he's like, we always fight androids, goblins, or wizards or whatever. And he's like, it's
yeah,
always one of the three or whatever the fuck he says. You know what I mean? Like, so he might have like automatically thought, oh, I need a Sorcerer Supreme on my team, so obviously he's gonna get Wong. So I think Wong for sure. I think Captain Marvel for sure. Um, obviously, Joaquin Torres is Falcon. Like obviously, that's his
yeah,
boy. Um, I wonder if Bruce would be on his team. I would assume just Bruce is at the end of that. Yeah, like I would assume Hulk's gonna be
yeah.
at the end of that movie.
So yeah,
And at the end of the movie on his team.
yeah. So in the rumor that I heard for Sam's team, it was going to be Sam, Miss Marvel, Bruce, Wong, Shang-Chi, Kate Bishop, Ironheart, and Falcon, and potentially also She-Hulk.
I really want to see She-Hulk again. That'd be nuts. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm forgetting about Ironheart. Like, what if the end of Ironheart we get a little sneak peek of like where she's gonna end up if it has any relevance to anything? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But that's a solid lineup, bro. My only worry is, bro, like the new Avengers better get some recruiting if Sam's Avengers are that big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they
yeah,
only got so
because
many members, and Sentry's not even, or Bob's not even being Sentry right now. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. So it's like realistically, it's like their best bet is how power wise is just Bucky and Alexi, and
What
like
what
they
if
can do a lot. But I feel like they can do a
I,
lot. But I feel like if there's two Hulks on a team and two guys basically doing magic, one's doing magic and whooping your ass at the same time with his fists.
yeah, bro. I was just thinking, bro, what if the reason they set up that Thunderbolts end credit scene is because the Fantastic Four are like the first people they're gonna meet are the new Avengers, and then that's already a team. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that might have been a setup right there. I would
Because
assume, but we'll see, bro. But well, go ahead, go ahead.
I have a small theory that because of Yelena and Kate Bishop's backstory, because they've already met before and they already have a somewhat of a bond, that there's potential that when both Avengers teams meet, uh, it'll end up actually they'll all
Uh,
form to one, and then the older guys will just act more as a mentoring role while the younger people are actually like the new Avengers team going out and doing shit.
that'd be that's good, bro. Damn, there's so many things I can do. Because what if they do that in the beginning of the movie? You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then like they do maybe like another little time jump, and then like they're a little established, and then like Doom comes and rocks the original Avengers. So the young Avengers have to save the day. Something like that. You know what I mean? That'd be tough, bro.
yeah,
That'd be tough.
because I don't see
I
Wong
wonder,
as
but there's
much
so many things.
as I don't see Wong as much as like being on the front lines like anymore. Really, I could see him more as a mentor role for like Shang-Chi and the rest of the team.
Um, I don't know, bro. Because honestly, I see Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange doing like two or three more things, and then like Wong kind of being like Winter Soldier. Like he goes on for a little bit before his story ends. Because I think we're gonna see a lot more of Wong. I think,
Yeah.
well, like, and I only say that because of the Shang-Chi end credit scene. Like, I think all those people in that scene are gonna be fans. That's my theory. But yeah, I don't, because I don't think Wong's gonna go anywhere, especially with the mentoring thing. Because like I kind of want to see him finish mentoring America Chavez too. Like that's still a thing
Hmm.
that like
Yeah.
again, whether you cared about her or not, like I would like to see her again. You know what I mean? Like she's still out there. She's still pretty powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I think she's gonna be the one that brings the X-Men into the universe.
Who?
America Chavez. I always thought because now that she can control her
Oh,
powers and she can go through dimensions. So I feel like at some point she's ran into the X-Men. So she's been doing it her whole life. So it's probably at some point where she'll end up bringing them in potentially.
and what if like, damn, that's even more. Excuse me. That's even more reason to think that like the Avengers are gonna get their shit rocked, and the young Avengers have to use America to like get to different universes and try to fix shit. I wonder, bro.
Yeah.
There's so many theories. There's so many things they could do, bro. It's
Well,
so crazy. Like I just can't wait for that first trailer, bro.
because also with the end of the Miss Marvel movie, right? Or the right?
Yeah,
Because with the end of her movie, when we saw, uh, fucking what was her name? Uh,
Monica Rambeau.
yeah, we saw Monica go. She goes through the portal or whatever, and then she ends up in an X-Men universe. I feel that America Chavez is going to be the way we get back to Monica.
Mm,
Because
hot
Monica's
take.
it
I like
because she.
Monica.
Oh, I like her too. I think she's a pretty decent character overall.
I like her more than Captain America or Captain Marvel. That's what I was gonna say. My hot take was I like Monica Rambeau more than Captain Marvel for sure. Like way more.
I'm with that. I'm with that. I never liked Captain Marvel because she had so much build up for Endgame and Infinity War, and she did practically nothing. She was supposed to be supposed to be like the big like
She
end
broke the ship.
all. Yeah, she's supposed to be the big end all meets all person, but it's like she broke the ship, which was that was a big thing, but she didn't do nothing
She should
against
have beat his ass,
Thanos.
bro. She should have beat the shit out of Thanos, bro. Yeah, they should have made it like 30 seconds longer, bro. Yeah, like they should have just added a good fight scene. I think that's what like that was such a thing that I thought about because don't get me wrong, like we can keep adding and adding and you would add like 5-10 minutes, but like Hulk should have got another couple licks at Thanos. Captain Marvel should have had at least 30 seconds towards the end before if you were gonna make Tony snap his fingers, you should have at least shown her like going out with like a mean fight. You know what I mean? Like there was so many ways to extend, but like I get it. It was already a 3 hour movie. That's what pisses me off about Endgame is like you should have made the end longer and like cut down on certain things, bro. You know what I mean? Like the fucking breakfast cafe scene with Hulk was like, why was that joke like an hour long, bro?
Yeah,
Like, oh my
I
god, dude.
that was another hot take of mine. Is I don't think it's really a hot take. I think most people kind of think this, but like Hulk has gone down since like 2012.
Bro,
I
well, I would say after Infinity War, honestly, bro, because Ragnarok, I like Ragnarok. You know what I mean?
Ragnarok was all right because that was honestly the last time we saw like real Hulk. Besides,
Yeah, bro.
what was it? Besides Age of Ultron.
Yeah, like we got a bit in Infinity War, but he got his ass beat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that doesn't count.
he got his ass beat, and then we didn't see him again, and then it was just smart Hulk.
Yeah, and my thing is, bro, I've already expressed this enough, and I just don't understand, bro, because you had so many opportunities to make people love Smart Hulk, but you made him Smart Hulk, and then you made him just fucking stand around and waste CGI forever, bro. Like, why haven't we seen him beat the shit out of someone? Why haven't we seen
Yeah,
him like have a dope action scene? Why haven't we seen him fight the Abomination since? You know what I mean? Like, why, bro?
yeah,
Professor Hulk could have been something fucking crazy, and you fucking cheesed the bed with it, bro. Like, I don't know what they did with that shit, bro. But like yeah, but you could have made him so much more badass. You could have wrote in the one version of Hulk where he has the tank top and the machine gun. You know what I mean? Like I read that as a kid, but I vaguely remember it. But that was
yeah.
one of my more
Monster Hulk.
favorite Hulk versions. Yeah, bro. Like you could have done so many things, and instead he's just standing around wasting your CGI budget, bro. That's all he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not doing shit. So dumb.
So I think with him becoming smart Hulk, they should have just gave him the She Hulk treatment of where he can just turn back into Bruce. Because then
Yes, I agree.
you can just
I agree.
save the budget. But I guess with the end of She Hulk with Scar, it makes more sense for him to be in full Hulk form all the time.
Yeah, and I guess they've already established that like Bruce's specific situation is that he can't control it like 100%. Like even to transform back into Bruce, he needs some type of like technology or treatment or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because yeah, because like uh yeah, I actually that's actually a really good take, bro. I actually really agree with that. Like they should have just made him like She-Hulk so that we would have liked him more and like gave him more freedom because they kind of like nerfed him and then they put restraints on him, like you said. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Um,
I'm ready for another Hulk. I will say, bro, I like the Red Hulk. I like the I it's not the comic book accurate Red Hulk that would have been pretty cool to see, but like
yeah,
for the Disney MCUified version, I'd fuck with it, bro. It was another raging Hulk. I was pretty on the edge of my seat, bro, wondering if he was like in a series. I know he wasn't gonna kill Sam, but I was wondering if he was gonna like break his arm or some shit. Like I thought he was gonna really fuck him up for a second. So they got me in disbelief, bro. But it was good action, bro. I stand by it. Like the action in that movie and like me just liking him as Captain America even more and showing he can lead a team. Like I'm cool with it. Like they did it enough for me. I didn't love it, but I really really liked it. You know, I really enjoyed it. You know?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I believe I gave like I think I gave Captain America: Brave New World like a 8 out of 10, 7.5.
Hell yeah. But I will say, bro, it's I don't know why they did it and they learned their lesson because they already changed it. But no matter what, the like you're already putting such a bad taste in the audience's mouth when you uh change the Marvel Studio logo to just a black and white. Like you're
Yeah.
already making the audience go, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like, why would you change that, bro? That's like your staple. Like, that's like my biggest negative about the whole movie was like, why would you do that, bro? You know how, especially how like social media is and everything, like they tore that shit apart just because of that, and they weren't even a lot of people didn't even realize that's what it was, but that's what it was, bro, because it left such a shitty taste in your mouth as soon as you're going into the movie. You know what I mean?
What they did
Like, that
that
was
for
so stupid.
they did that for Captain America?
Yeah, it's just black and white Marvel Studios. It's not the music, it's not the comic strip, it's not the all the
I don't remember
heroes
that.
throughout the universe. Like, yeah, bro, it's
I don't
just
remember
black and
that.
white, bro. It's the only movie. It's the only movie that they've done that for. It was so stupid. Yeah, go rewatch it, bro. Go rewatch that shit as
I
soon as
feel
possible,
like
bro. It's
did,
better on rewatch.
didn't they also do that
But yeah, that intro.
for Thunderbolts though, for like for Void?
No, they changed it for Thunderbolts. They made it that it was they fixed it, bro. It was super vibrant and fluorescent, the colors, and it was the comic strip, and then it fades to black with the void,
Yeah.
like for a
Okay.
foreshadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they did a dope one because of that, bro. Like, I mean, I'm sure they already had that plan, but either way, bro, like it was way better than the Brave New World one.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
I
and
will say
then
my biggest.
you're good.
Oh,
You're
go
good. Keep
ahead, go ahead.
going.
No, I was
You
gonna
keep
say
going.
just my biggest negative with Brave New World is the fucking leader, bro. The way they made him look, like, why?
Yeah, I don't
Did you
like
see all
him
that
that
shit with the
much.
concept art?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he looks so much better. Why would you do that shit, bro? They did the same shit with MODOK, bro. They had some crazy concept art for MODOK, and then made him look like a like fucking Humpty Dumpty, bro. He looked like an egg.
Yeah.
It was so
I
stupid, bro.
I mean I think they tried more with Modoc. It was just they tried a bit more with Modoc to make him look as good, but it just I think overall just trying to make Modoc in real life is just not it's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. Look up that concept art though, bro. They had some decent concept art for MODOK, but yeah, what they came up with was just like goofy. Yeah, that's. Oh, let me ask you that. How do you feel about Quantumania?
I mean, I never liked the daughter recast. I never liked the chick that they picked for Cassie. I think that's her name.
That's fair.
Uh, besides that, overall, I thought the movie wasn't terrible. I got I got a few laughs out of it. I think the introduction to Kang wasn't too bad, and then the ending with like just all the Kangs. I think that was pretty cool. You know, it was a cool lead up to something that could have been great.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I
What
mean,
were you gonna go? What were you gonna say, bro? Go ahead.
overall, Quantumania. I mean, like I'll rewatch it, but it's never gonna be a movie that I'm like, I can't wait to watch Quantumania. I'm never gonna be like that towards
Yeah,
it. But it's like if it's on,
absolutely.
I'll watch it.
Oh yeah.
But then, so you talked about your active eight team that you wanted for the Avengers. I wanted to give you my active eight.
Let's go. Let's
All
get
right.
it.
So for mine, it was gonna be Doctor Strange, Yelena, Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, Wong, Hulk, Shuri, and Bucky.
Yeah, ours is pretty similar. It's
Yeah,
like half and half kind of.
a little bit. I know you had Yelena's, and I think Captain Marvel and
Hulk.
Hulk.
We both have. Did you say Sam?
Uh, no, I didn't. I don't have Sam in mind. I know you had him for the more leader aspect, but I put uh Yelena in, or not Yelena, but Bucky in for that kind of role. I think Bucky can do a good leader.
Yeah, but now, like present day, Bucky's a really good leader. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Dang. So going forward, it looks like you're gonna be Team Bucky. I'm probably gonna be Team Cap. Yeah, bro. That's a solid team, bro. Because you got a good fighter, and then you have a couple heavy hitters. You said Captain Marvel, right? Yeah, and you had
yeah,
Shang-Chi, Wong. I don't have a sorcerer. I think I fucked up. I didn't add a sorcerer to my team.
yeah.
Honestly, I should probably change Century for a sorcerer. Honestly.
Because I didn't. I was a little conflicted with putting Strange and Wong, but I feel like just having two
Yeah.
really good magic users is pretty solid. And then you've got, and then
Yeah.
Hulk is a good like base. Captain Marvel is a good heavy hitter. Uh, and then Shuri and Bucky, they could be a pretty good duo. Got a Black Panther,
That is a
a
good
good
duo.
Winter Soldier.
Damn, I'm probably gonna change my list, bro. So I don't have a Black Panther in my team. There's just so many, bro. Like honestly, we really need to be like a team of 10. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's a
think
solid list, bro. I
I'm
like your
pretty sure
team.
you had Kate Bishop on your team as well.
Yeah, because I did like the idea of a sniper.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like having a sniper on your team, like for stealth, and like Spider-Man's a character that's can do both. He can do stealth, and he's not the best martial artist, but he can do it. You know what I mean? Like any martial arts fight he's ever been in, his agility and spider sense just like makes him fight just as good. You know what I mean? So he's a good fighter too. But yeah, I definitely should have had like because well, Sam is pretty good. I guess I have Sam as martial art because
but
Shang-Chi really doesn't have any
Yelena
crazy
would
strength.
be Yelena would really be your martial artist, if anything.
Yeah. Yeah, she would be like the martial artist and like
Yeah,
the
because
spy too. She would also be good with stealth.
yeah, because out of everyone on your list, she's the most tactical hand to hand would be her.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I do need to change Sentry. I think I need to change him for a sorcerer and like yeah, I kind of want Shuri on my team, bro. She was so underrated. It's just we've only seen her as Black Panther once, but like I
Yeah.
love Wakanda Forever,
Oh
and
yeah.
she's pretty underrated.
Wakanda Forever, I believe, is in my top five for the MC projects.
Ever or after Endgame?
Uh, I think ever, I believe. Yeah,
Oh hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
in
a
my number
great
four
film, bro.
spot.
It's just again, there's no Chadwick Boseman, and it's just compared to the first one. But besides that, bro, it's a great film, bro. That movie's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it's got one of the best end credit scenes too. Just T'Challa Jr.
Oh, duh.
Because
Forgot
I
about that
because I
shit.
because I
Yeah,
think
that's
I
right.
because I think even though we've got Shuri, like she's the next Black Panther, I think I don't think she's gonna play too much of a heavy role. I think she's gonna be more queen like her mom, and then I think T'Challa's son will come in and he'll be the young Avenger Black Panther because he's
That's a
already
good take.
he's
That's a
already
great take.
like a he's not old enough, but he's at a decent age where throughout the next couple movies he will have aged to be the right age to become Black Panther at a decently young age. So I would say like by the end of Doomsday, he's probably like 16, 17.
To that because that's a good idea. I agree with you. I wouldn't want to see him though. Like let Shuri shine in these next two movies